Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk about something that has been on my mind 24/7 as of late because of the current state of the world and how we just are as a society now. And that is the pick-me gays. So if you don't know what a pick-me gay is, a pick-me gay is basically a gay who does not like gay people and will cater themselves to either their straight friends who are girls or their straight friends who are guys. There's like two crazy ends of the spectrum here. And they just do not like their own community, and they're like, I'm gay, but I'm not gay. I'm queer. I'm gay, but I'm not queer. I'm not one of those weird furry they-thems that are like, I'm not like that, but like, babe, you are though, because like, as a collective, we are all that to straight people, and that's what pisses me off about them. So I really want to get into that. Basically, I've had an experience with a pick-me gay. My first experience, when I was really noticing, I was like, damn, this is a pungent thing, and this is like a virus on our community, bitch. Like, it was when I had this talking stage. We were talking for like 6 months, right? And then I was like, oh my God, we should totally go to Pride together, right? Like, why not like fab, like whatever, why not, like, let's do it. And he was like, I don't do Pride. And I was like, what do you mean you don't do Pride? And he was like, yeah, it's just like, it's weird furries, and like, it's just like weird they-thems. Like, I don't do that. And I was like, oh, right, because I was like, what do you mean it's weird they-thems? Like, you are gay, so why would you not go to Pride? And it literally made no sense to me, but then I put the pieces together and I was like, this dude thinks he is one of his straight girlfriends, because these straight girls, they will have their clean girl aesthetic, their Love Island aesthetic, they'll be all tropical and shit, and they will hate on the gays, or they'll have boyfriends who hate on the gays, and they're just like, they're fine with the gays, but they don't really like the gays. Like, they wouldn't like kill them, but they don't like, they tolerate them. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. And he was like that. He was always trying to like cater to that group, and he thought he was that. And it's not that, it's not me saying like, oh, like gays can't be feminine, gays can't like emulate what like, the girls are doing. That's fine, obviously. Look at me. But what I'm saying is, when it's in a problematic sense, that like, why are you doing this? Like, you are a man after all. Like, when the girls go to the bathroom, you are standing outside the bathroom because you're the boy in the group. So why are you trying to be like them when you're not them? And the thing with that is, they're going to drop you at the click of a button. The minute the political state of the world gets too heavy, they're dropping you. The minute they get a Republican boyfriend, they're dropping you. Like, they're going to drop you inevitably. And I've had firsthand experience with this. Do you know how many friends I had like just a couple years ago before we got to this point? Whether that's because of distance, not talking, like switch of schools, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. These girls are majority borderline Republican, and they don't speak to me anymore because guess what? I act gay, dress gay, am super feminine, openly very, 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 very liberal. Like, and guess what? I have no problem with that, because I'm not going to cater to people who don't want to be friends with me and don't care about me, because I know my worth and I know who I want to be friends with. I understand that like, it may hurt to some people to be like, oh man, I have no friends, but it's like, it's better to have no friends than have shitty friends who are not going to talk to you in a couple of years, no matter what, because you are gay. Because guess what? Whether or not it's 5 months, 5 years, or 15 years, one day they're going to get married to a Republican man, have kids, move away, and forget all about you and be like, man, that little twink, he was annoying as hell. Don't like him. And you're going to be like, damn, I don't have any friends, and I've ostracized the gay community because for nothing, for no reason. And you're just going to look back and really regret yourself doing this. And if you don't, then you're the second example I have, which is Gays for MAGA, which is insane. Gays for MAGA is like the most crazy thing to me, because it's like, is it chicken for slaughter? Like, are you a chicken for slaughter? Because that's exactly what it is. Because you are basically saying, here, I support Donald Trump. I'm going to give up all of my rights, give up all of my dignity and all of my self-worth and self-respect to this man who wants to strip all of my rights and all of my community's rights away. Because me, I'm a pick-me. And guess what? I'm not like those other gays. I'm not weird. I'm not a freak. Look at me. Look at me. Oh my God. No, you are a loser. That is the tea. Oh my God. It makes me so freaking angry to see, especially these are grown men who are voting for Donald Trump, and they just continue it. They're continuing and continuing. Like, for what reason? For what reason? What do you get out of it? What do you get out of it? Okay, what? You're in the 4%? You're in the 4%? You're going to help your taxes? Guess what? Guess what? What are you going to do when he's out of office one day? Because he eventually will be, and the Republican reign will eventually end. What are you going to do then? Then you just have no community, and you look dumb as hell. It makes literally no sense to me. And those same gays are the ones who are ostracizing trans women. Pick-me gays and MAGA gays will ostracize trans women saying, I don't do that, I'm not with those gays, blah, 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 blah. It should be LGB without the T. We need to get rid of the virus in the community. It's so weird, blah, 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 blah. Do you understand this? Trans women are the people who fought for our rights and were at the forefront of our community from the beginning. The first brick at Stonewall was thrown by a trans woman, Marsha P. Johnson. And not to sound like the woke police here, but that is just a fact. A fact is that trans women led the gay liberation movement in the 60s and have continued to lead the gay rights movement for the rest of time and will always continue because they are the bravest, strongest, and the most unwilling to back down in our community. They are the bravest people. Just to be brave enough to be your true self as a trans woman is the most bravery anybody in this community has ever had. The fact that these gays try to diminish these women, it's really gross to me because it's like, you are literally unknowing of your history. And I think that if people knew more about their history, they would be more inclined to not be so pick me or so like gays from MAGA. You know what I mean? I feel if people were not so ignorant as to what their history is and like what the tea and what the facts are, they would be like, oh, wait a minute. Like, this is it. This is like, I should know my history. And they don't, because first of all, we don't teach it in school. Second of all, people just want to be ignorant. Because listen, the second that I found out about like my history and like the gay liberation movement in the 60s and all of that, I was like, oh my God, like, wow, oh my God, like, this is amazing. I'm telling every single person. So I told every single gay person I knew who didn't know. And guess what? When I told those gay people who didn't know, they didn't care. They didn't want to listen. I'm not friends with any of those people anymore, but they didn't know. They didn't want to listen. They didn't care to be informed because they were ignorant and they were set in their ways and what they wanted to know. And ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss, and that is a absolute fact to people. And like, it's a fact. Like, people, ignorance is bliss. If you don't have to know the harsh reality, you don't have to get informed, and you don't have to be, oh my God, looking at the news 24/7 and having anxiety and this and that, and our rights are being stripped away. You don't have to be informed because you can just be willy-nilly like, I'm gonna be a little gay twink in the streets, and I don't care. Ha 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 ha. But you should care. You absolutely should care, because if you don't care, your rights are eventually going to be stripped away, and you're gonna be like, oh my God, what the hell? Bada bing, bada boom. And it really, really makes me mad because all of it circles back to MAGA gays and pick-me gays. Pick-me gays and are literally MAGA gays. Like, it's like a blanket term. Like, it goes all, there's so many cracks and crevices. And there are two types of pick-me gays. There are the really feminine, like wearing makeup gays who think that they are cool for not liking they thems, and they listen to Lana Del Rey and they're like, I'm HRH collection, honey. Oh my God, I'm HRH collection. And then there's like the really mass gays, like that one guy on TikTok, and those gays will be like, no, I just don't like the gays. Like, oh my God, you guys go to Pride? You guys go to Pride? Like, I'm not going to no Pride parade. You're not going to see me doing that. You're not going to see me going on a Pride parade. And it's like, ew, Michelle. Like, you know what I mean? It's like very like, ew. Like, who do you think you are? Like, who do you think you are? Do you think you're better than me or better than anybody in this community for saying that you don't do Pride and you don't like your community? No, you're just a loser. You're a freaking loser. You look so lame. Catering to people who literally will drop you at the click of a button. I can't say it enough. It's like, you look lame. You look like a loser and nobody thinks you're cool. And it's like, I understand it does come from like fear. And I understand, like, personally, I have had a very accepting household and I have been on the internet for a very long time. So from an early age, I found out like what gay people were. The first time I saw Drag Race, I was like 7. Like, I'm very lucky to have grown up in that climate, and I understand a lot of these people have not, and which, for those people, I do feel for them. However, I do not think that is space for you to be ignorant and stupid. There's still time to grow, especially once you have been gay for long enough. You need to grow up, and you need to realize, wait, my community is not the problem. It's the straight people who I'm trying to cater myself to. And I do, like I said, like, I do actually really do feel for the young gays who are like that in their 20s and like early, like whatever, even in the 30s. Like, as long as you educate yourself, that's fine. My problem is these type of gays are the ones to close their ears and not have like, not open like new knowledge or like a new like opinion to be heard. And that's what makes me so irritated about these type of people. And then they just want to fight it. They just want to fight and say like, I'm not this, I'm not that. And it's like, I get it to a point, because Republicans and these people and these conservatives will push these insane whack narratives about like these woke gay people, these blue-haired liberals, blah 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 blah. They will say all this crazy stuff, and they're like, I don't want to be associated with that. Like I don't want to be seen as some sort of freak. And I understand not wanting to feel like you are ostracized or like you don't belong. But the fact is, as a gay person and as gay people, we don't belong. We don't belong. Straight people don't like us no matter what. Even people who I have been friends with in like recent years, one day they will probably get married and be like, oh my God, I don't like that twink. Like, screw him, he's a lame. You know what I mean? So it's like, we do need to look back though and be like, man, I probably shouldn't be doing this. And I will say, I was never like a pick me gay, but I was definitely like, I would be like, oh my God, not the lambs, honey. Oh my God, not the blue hair, honey. But then I got to a point where I was like, we're all the same. We're all community. We all need to come together and be a voice as one, because the climate of the world is not going to get any better. And if we keep pushing ourselves away from each other, we're just going to get worse and worse. And we're never going to like vote the same or be inclined with each other. And we're never going to push the narratives away and fight the stigma that is against us. And we're never going to win. And that sounds so like me, I'm first. We as queer people look at us like we're freaks. Like, we are bullying one another. Like, it looks like that, and it is that. It absolutely is that. But it's like, it's a fact. Like, we need to come together as a community and like fight the fight, because if we don't fight the fight and we don't push our differences aside, we're never gonna get to a good point. And it's like, even like me saying like, oh my God, pick me gays, is like ostracizing them. They've ostracized themselves from doing this. It is also further ostracizing them. But I think that there is room to grow for these people. I think a lot of these people need to grow. They need to grow up. They need to realize they're not Regina George. They're not HRH Collection. They're not yada, 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 whatever white woman they're trying to be. They need to realize that they are not that, and they are a gay man, and that their community is their community, and they need to accept who they are, and that the people will accept them for who they are in their community, and they will have a very loving friend group who appreciate them for who they are. But anyway, that is my spiel on Pick Me Gays. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. I hope you have a really great day. Please take what I'm saying into consideration. Please listen if you are a Pick Me Gay. If you're not a Pick Me Gay, just feel free to comment. Have an open discussion in the comments. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the magazines. Mwah.